Let's talk a little bit in the last few minutes that we have about the rollover check to the wealth advisor. In our pre-interview, you mentioned how someone was asked to write a rollover check to the wealth advisor. Can you talk to us about that as well, some other do's and don'ts in a situation like this?
Yeah, that's such a great question. And it definitely touches on what I was saying about third-party custodians earlier. So this particular client came to me and said that they were having trouble getting their money from their advisor and that they were writing checks to, call him John Doe. And they kept writing it to my advisor, John Doe. You should never write a check to your investment advisor. That's a sure way to send them on a trip to some beautiful island in a different country that never see them again. So there are all of these checks and balances in place where you're supposed to be sending your money to a verified custodian. And so you probably know these custodian names because they're larger institutions. But let's use Fidelity, for example. You might be working with John Doe at Doe Financial Group, but you're writing your checks and sending your money to Fidelity. Fidelity is your house and John Doe is your investment advisor. So that third-party house that sends information to the IRS and sends statements to you, that's such an important part of that process to make sure you don't find yourself in that situation that that client of mine found themselves in, where they just wrote checks directly to the advisor.
Yeah, very interesting. When you mentioned that, I thought, how in the world did that happen? But you made a great point. People don't know what they don't know. How would they know not to do that?
Yes. How would you know not to do that? And I feel like that's kind of my mission here in life, is to just start standing on a mountaintop and saying, know this information, know not to send money to your investment advisor directly, know how people are charging fees, know where to look people up on different databases to make sure people are empowered and informed.
Yeah, all excellent advice. In the last 2 minutes that we have, Jenna, if someone has been a victim of investment fraud, what are some action items that they could take to either report or recoup their losses?
Oh, there are so many different ways for you to report this. You would start with the institution and filing a complaint there, but you can also be a whistleblower and go directly to FINRA or the SEC. These are our regulatory bodies, and be a whistleblower on those investment crimes that you are victim of. As I've said, I've worked with countless people who have been the victim of investment crimes or fraud or just not suitable investments, an investment that wasn't right for you. You can still report that as well. And being a whistleblower, they do protect you. So you're not going to be out in the public. They'll protect you. They'll protect your identity. There's also whistleblower awards. So I was reading an article about the largest award was just given in May of this year. And the SEC gave a whistleblower award of $279 million. So not only will they work to try to make you whole and get your money back, if you help to take down a Bernie Madoff size scam, there are awards for you. So there's financial incentive. There's also becoming made whole. And then also helping humanity, helping making sure other people don't end up in the same place. You're not alone. There's so many people who've been the victim of these crimes, but if everyone just feels modestly embarrassed and quiet about it, and they don't want to tell everyone, then that same fraudster can attack other people. So for several different reasons, take the time to report it.
Yeah, great advice, Jenna Biancavilla. We are so thankful for you. Big lesson, if you're a victim, speak up. It can not only help yourself, but could help others. Thank you so much for being with us today. We are so grateful for the work you're doing. Kudos to you and your team, and we will see you on the other side of these fraud victims, Jenna.
Thank you, V. It was great being here.
Yes, thank you. If you or someone you know has been a victim of an investment scam, a data breach, account compromise, deep fakes, or digital impersonation fraud, be sure to contact your local police department or contact the FBI at ic3.gov.